All right, let's roll.
Okay.
Not me and
Okay, ready to go. I got glasses. Let me do a check. Lucy says bye.
We were there, and I think I've got a picture of her, and I'll confirm that with you guys if it's the right person. But anyway, she came as a textile person, and whoever was teaching that session, well, she just did not get along, and there you are, you committed 2 months of your life to this thing.
Yeah, he was a terrible teacher.
And she started hanging out with the woodworkers and she lived in Chapel Hill, I remember that.
Brenda.
Is that Brenda? And
Yeah.
became a woodworker.
Yeah.
And left concentration, came as a textile person, but left as a pretty good woodworker.
Yeah, that was Brenda.
And that's what I describe Penland to people. It's that kind of place where your life can change. Not meaning everybody goes there, life's change, but it's kind of all out there for you. Whatever you get out of it, whatever you.
All that stuff, all those other crafts.
We're here.
Oh wow! Wow! Oh. Were these the sizes of the rooms, or they totally changed the layout?
Some of them are probably.
These are bigger. I was going to say, this looks bigger than what I remember.
They took a lot of walls out and reconfigured a lot of stuff. So
This was the size of the room from where that to that.
Yeah.
Some of them had bathrooms
And mine
in
had a
between
bathroom
them.
in between.
So they took all
Yeah,
this
mine did
out
too.
and then expanded the.
And I don't remember who was on the other side of me. Maybe nobody was. Because I was in here, but I don't remember this much room. I was like, what? Yeah, I don't remember.
So like I said, they pretty much gutted the whole place
Yeah.
and started over. I remember when into the spring, the girls were all out sunbathing on the front lawn. Peter jumped the curb and went chasing down into the rabbit with your loudspeaker on your CD and everybody, people just scattering.
I don't remember that.
I do.
We're getting the band together, man. We're getting the van together.
Yeah, you might need to slide back. In your lap.
All right.
So we had room for Amy. Where she was.
Yeah.
Was she in Charlotte somewhere?
Last I saw of her, she was in Rochester, and I have no idea where she's now.
She's from New York somewhere.
That's where I was born.
Okay.
That's where I was before I came here.
You're in Rochester?
Yeah, RIT. I was there for almost 2 years and
Huh.
then came here.
So what do you do now? Are you retired? He's a sailboat guy.
I'm all caught up in corporate America still.
Well, that's good.
Unfortunately, well, it is. It's still
The
living.
Mambo House wasn't the Mambo House back then, was it?
But what's
That
the
was
deal with the
later.
sailboat?
It's just, I just like sailing.
Are you, how big is the sailboat?
No, this is, I just sold one of them yesterday.
I'm not going to put my seatbelt on.
They're small.
Fix them up, or are you-
They're ready to sell.
We're not going that far.
No, it's like racing dinghies. You guys sail?
I used to.
Yeah. So,
I always had a sunfish.
yeah, well, I had 2 sunfishes. I just sold 2 of those. Have you ever heard of the Munson Scow? It's a 16-foot boat. I sold that yesterday, actually.
It's Green Acres.
You ever heard of a horse five?
What?
Horse five?
I haven't sailed since I was probably 30.
Yeah, I mean, there's a million different sailboats out there, right? These are boats that are sailed with various sailing clubs around. Is that Yeah, you have one
I
that's
never
all
said that.
functional with
As far
everything?
as we know, we haven't used it.
Well, here's my question. I just thought of it. I never really thought of it before, but what brought everybody here way back when?
Alice brought me here.
Really?
She came and talked trash about this place.
George said, Alice, you need to keep on going with your photography. And somebody had said I should go here. I didn't want to get a real job, so I was like, yeah. My dad said, sounds like a good idea.
One morning while I was up shooting cattle, I was just standing right there shooting back.
And then you knew her? You knew,
We were in college together.
okay.
She was a year
I was a year ahead.
ahead.
But
So
we
y'all
were
came here
both.
after college, after 4 years, or in between?
I did.
I graduated early. I came for fall. I graduated
Last
summer.
year,
Fall.
just right here in front of the gate,
Came in spring. Whatever.
on my way to work in the morning.
But Peter and I were here in the fall.
Did you just come to the spring or?
Yeah, he
just
was.
come?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I was working in Asheville at the library, the university, and I was kind of a hobbyist, and a friend of mine who worked there had been here, and Charlie, who's now an architect, said, if you're really serious about photography, you need to go to this place called Penland. I'm like, oh, okay. And, wrote and got some stuff and then came. Didn't know Yvonne, didn't know anything about any of that.
I
It
didn't
was just,
either. I just was like, this sounds like fun.
And what I was telling them earlier, because you were going down to UNCC, you left and went down the fall, and then I worked in Asheville for another year and came down a year after you'd already been there.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember
okay.
that. But,
I don't remember
so you were a year ahead of me at school.
that.
But we ended up there because of Martha, who you met, who was a student of Yvonne's in graduate school.
Okay. And where were you living, Peter, before you came here?
Rochester.
Down by the river.
Rochester.
Rochester.
And actually, my introduction was I was actually working at the International Museum of Photography at the Eastman House, and
Thank you, Alan. I promised her her baskets would come.
I was groundskeeper, and winter it was sort of maintenance stuff. I think I was there for a little over a year, and when I wasn't outside, I was inside, like talking or looking at exhibits and stuff. And I went to UNC Chapel Hill. I graduated in '75, and I started working at the Eastman House in that fall. And then I met a whole bunch of people at the Eastman House that were obviously in the archives and different things. And one of them, I don't remember who, Yvonne was actually teaching at RIT then. She was on like a 1 semester or 2 semester stint up there.
Yeah, and I think that's when Martha taught at Penland that year that Yvonne wasn't here.
That would make sense. And so I had a dark room at home, and I was doing some stuff just on my own, just going out and shooting. And I brought a bunch to work. I think Yvonne was going to be at the Eastman House one day, and I brought a bunch of stuff in, and she looked at them, and I can still remember her. And then she's like, I could see her like scanning every print. It was like, and I could see her eyes going back and forth. And she said something like, well, you have a good eye, but you really need some work. Need some work, or you need some technical stuff. And she was right. I mean, I just wasn't.
We all did.
Yeah. And so I applied, and I wrote something about Yvonne and the thing, and I thought it was like, a big, hairy deal to get in here, which I guess it sort of was. I mean, but the workshops are usually pretty small, and so I just came down, and then Frank and I went to Mardi Gras. We've been talking about Mardi Gras the whole time we were here. And God, this is so weird. I had been up in Rochester taking care of my sister's horse and shit. Well, there were 5 horses in our barn. I had to clean all the stalls every day. And it was the winter of 76, 77, where the snow started in December and they had 50 straight days where there was snow in the air to some degree. And I was so sick of snow in Rochester. I kept looking at that Mardi Gras, and I said, okay. And I told my dad, you're going to have to feed the horses for a little while. I'm going to Mardi Gras. And so I just left. And of course that was before internet and all that other crap.
I don't mean to interrupt. It's 4:45.
But you did.
I am. Well, I got.
I'm almost done.
This is like this is a documentary, dude. What are you doing?
Think about. Let's move in, but it's 4:01. So.
Right. So anyway, let me finish. So I get in the car. I drive to Charlotte, and I pull into Frank's house. Just as he is in his car driving out, he rolls down his window, and I go, "Let's go to Mardi Gras." And he kind of goes, "Okay." And so we went to the bank, got some money, and we left that night and drove to Mardi Gras.
You could do stuff like that back then.
Back in the day.
And then I decided I'd come back here for the spring, and did that. And then they offered me a scholarship, a work scholarship here.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And so I stayed
Trimmed all the bushes.
through next fall.
You trimmed all the bushes and got everything looking nice.
And I drove. I did a lot of driving. I went to pick
You
people
pick up from the airport and stuff.
How long did you do that for?
Till
Summer?
that fall. I was here till Thanksgiving, and then went home.
Awesome.
So that was it.
I'm Jim Henkel.
The haircut guy.
Yes.
Coach.
Oh my God.
Recognize Peter anywhere.
Couldn't miss this one.
Good to see you.
See you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Remember Carolyn?
I was just a small face. You look good.
77 is here. And there's Alice and Jim Cornmeyer out there. So we put the band back together.
Just for you.
That's incredible.
Oh, you're incredible. We're just schmucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How are you?
Well,
Great.
for, 86 and a half, I guess I'm all right.
Well, that's nothing wrong with that. Beats the alternative, doesn't it?
Yes, yes. I still have that picture of you sitting in the chair with your sandals at the Micromine.
It does come back to me.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I was looking at it actually just about a month ago because I was sorting stuff to move to take to Gainesville.
Yeah.
And
There it
came
was.
across it, yes. So,
And Richard Rogers, who lives on my island,
really,
told me that he was talking to you recently.
he did. He
I
came
guess
down.
he's
You didn't change
Hey, Vaughn,
the
Jim
bit.
Cornmeyer. I don't look the way I used to, but
Literally just
last night.
what'd you say?
I'm with Avon.
If you turn your head upside down, you have to
Good to see you. Didn't mean to crash the car.
I did. I'm still kind of blue. Great to see you.
Okay, see, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh,
I was
okay.
here yesterday, and I purposely didn't go up. I was going to let it
Well,
take
you'll
me
be
after
pleasantly
lunch.
surprised. Trust me on
See
that.
y'all
one.
up there?
Yeah. We're going to hang around for a while. There's Cynthia.
read the signs and stuff.
You want to do that now?
Do what?
It's his?
Peter, he
It's
doesn't
for you.
have any hands.
This is for you. From Peter. Lovingly from all of us, but physically from Peter.
Yeah. We can pretend, but
I think you'll know who they're from.
Is this just pop open?
Yeah. They're a little,
Okay, like a tackle box.
yes.
you go. And then it opens up, and they're in a file situation.
Oh my God.
We went down and compared the difference. We had not seen the old.
Oh.
Isn't that a great shot?
Oh.
You just shoot them in with a hawk coming out.
I use
It was a happy,
Beautiful prints.
it was a happy place.
Those darn digital things. I scanned all my old negatives, and yeah. And
I don't know how to do that.
oh, that's what I was been doing all week.
You again.
Actually dug the boxes out of the attic and
Way back.
Oh my.
No, that was a
we've been trying to remember, where did Peter Spider come from?
She and Martha had Charlotte. But I had just stayed up.
Why was he there?
North Carolina, I think.
Yeah.
Still working.
I don't know if he was a, you know, I don't remember, but you know his real name he was born
Weiss.
with was White.
Peter Weiss,
Peter
yeah.
Weiss. And of course, the only thing I'm deathly afraid of is spiders. Different sizes.
Okay. We'll talk to you later. Great to see you.
We're party crashers.
Yeah, we never did follow rules.
I'm just going to say a few words about my pal Yvonne, who is here, who's joined us, because we did name the photo studio after Yvonne, and it made so much sense to me. If we were going to finally have a beautiful studio, which we have, and all of us photographers, and there are a lot of us here, a lot of Yvonne's former students are here, we've always wanted to have a beautiful studio, and this is it. Yvonne started the photography program really here in the 60s. She is so well known and such a Penland character, and I hope those of you who haven't met her and had a chance to see what she's like. It's really something, I'm just saying.
Enough already.
And so with that, thank you to all of you who supported the photography program, and here's to you, Yvonne.
Thank you, darling.
And with that, toast for the new Northlight building. Yvonne and some of the photographers will be upstairs in the photo studio, but we also have a paper studio down here if you want to peek into that.
Great. And
Sorry. Everybody's standing towards Dan.
Oh my God.
I know. Yes.
Oh my God. That's the Maggie Taylor. Do you know they get her to tweak that thing and they put a new one? Did you know that? Yeah, they do. And it says what she likes and doesn't like that. Yep, and they give her one every time they make one. Oh my God.
welcome.
Oh my God. I want to take this class.
Whatever it is.
I want to take this class. Gosh.
We'll put your face on the wall. I hope you don't. You get to take all the classes
Oh, I know, it was something. Yeah, right.
Jerry's former student who was a great commercial.
Yes, right.
Randy.
Right, I remember, that was for the book Inspired.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta keep moving here, but see, look at that, I like Betsy. So,
Are you going to teach this class?
no, I don't teach, I will take it. I'm done.
I'll write that down. Alana is
She's good. Yeah, no, I don't teach anymore, but, Betsy oversees all of this.
You want your greetings when you get there.
You got to give it to her
Yeah, those prints look really nice. So those true black and whites or 4-color black and whites? What is that? Is that
It's
pure black? Just on black
it's
only?
matte black, black, or light black, and light black.
Black.
It's just
Nice.
a
Here we go. See ya.
don't let her out. Let her in.
What's in there?
Love it.
Is there actually a dark room or is that just for show?
No, I went to Mars, you know.
It beamed right up.
Does it actually lead anywhere or no?
No, it's
To load film.
Walk inside and see.
No, it's just the door to come in and out.
Roll them
What was
onto
it?
those
Yeah,
reels.
okay, I found
So
it.
you stand in there and turn it, it opens back up on the other side.
Okay,
We
so
just-
that's closed.
Yeah, that would be close.
Okay, the light trap.
If it's dark,
This is nice.
instead of doing a, you know,
Yeah.
like one of these.
Stuff, aren't they? Yeah.
Why?
Cause you need to know where your roots are.
The art group still does that. That's what
I'd like to have mine still back in shape.
I really wouldn't
Mine's
know
full of
anything
stuff.
about it.
Mine's
Your what?
boxed up now.
My dark room.
Mine doesn't exist.
Do you send all your stuff out, or you have a?
I don't do any stuff.
Oh, what do you do then? You just
Well, I
choose-
mean, I do digital files and then
you turn in digital files to customers.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they have.
Everything I do is commercial, so it's not, yeah, I hadn't made a print for myself in 20 years.
I don't like that process.
I did too.
Well, I didn't dislike it.
Yeah, it's just that it's not practical if you're gonna.
Well, I think it was
make
odd.
money.
It's, you know.
Man, you think they still develop stuff? What is it?
Why?
Look, Peter.
Yes.
It's a tiny
It's a gorilla. Sure.
This one too, though, right?
This is the nose hair.
Yeah.
But that's not June.
Yes, it is.
Do you still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Mr.
still
Nice
cut nose
Nose.
hair?
Look how much.
You know, I was calling him Mr. Nice Nose. And this is,
Oh, Yvonne, I hate to think of Jim without you on the planet.
well, I,
Oh my God, what a
pushing that's pushing 90, 86 and a half, 86 and a half.
Keep
yeah.
pushing, just keep pushing.
I'm going to.
You're
Having a baby,
86.
just keep pushing.
I'm not going to go quite
Dave Perry.
into that other dark room.
God, now I think he showed up sometimes.
And like
Look at
Lori.
them legs out of a wool. I love them.
Lori's still.
Lori's still doing. She's a pretty well-known photographer.
Yeah, she
now.
is.
Really?
Yeah.
Lori
Lori Klein.
Yeah,
in New York.
I'll be darned. Wonderful.
And I-
Does she have a
what was it?
website or something I could
Yeah, she
use?
does.
Yeah, okay.
What's his name?
Don Barry.
I don't remember him that much.
He was from Florida. I found his address in
Yeah.
my pile of
Yeah, I
stuff.
found that list that we got. I guess when we
Yeah,
They
that's
sent us-
Abbott.
Yeah.
Jim Abbott, yeah.
Yeah.
We see Jim a lot because his wife's parents live in South Carolina, so he's often coming through.
Give him a hug for me when
I
you see
will.
him.
So where do
I
you
will.
live?
Well, here in Asheville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
So he's-
cherish this album, guys. I really do.
I mean, so it's a pretty powerful time.
Mhm.
Out of a big bunch of powerful times.
Mhm.
Well, let's go on the porch and meet Michael and
I want to hear a song.
I just, I will be rude if I don't.
Mine's not as
I love
full.
this.
I
This is
find
just-
these things out. I'm gonna maybe go back and redo them and see something.
So you made a big impression on a lot of people.
Yeah.
That had people or something in it. Like I say, tree stumps in the fog.
Yeah. They all made a big impression on me. Yeah. I always used to tell my class at the university, I'd say, you know, they were talking about teaching, and I said, if you're half a good teacher, I said, the best thing that could happen to you is that you get some students that turn out to be better than you are.
Same
And-
thing's happening out there.
Because, you know, I watch so many teachers that are,
Same setup of pictures.
they're just full of obfuscation, you know.
Yeah.
They kind of use teaching to show you how smart they are.
Yeah.
I told them
And you
I
can't
had no idea
understand
this
what
is
they're
about.
explaining
Just started
because they don't really
shooting
intend for you to
color.
understand.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I mean, I could plant a foot out their nostrils.
Oh my God, we're his children.
But the reason I wrote it was because my wife's dad died, and her brother and my sister-in-law, his wife, came, and Yvonne was going to take us out in the Gulf to put his ashes in the ocean. So she piloted the boat, but they had never met her, so they go to her house at Swanee, and I was kind of a fly on the wall, and they walked in the door, and Yvonne's like, to her, she's like, "Oh, you're a school teacher? That's the most important job." That, and he was a fireman, and she worked him over, the fireman, how important he is, and how all this stuff. And so we walked back. So Yvonne's upstairs, and we walked back down to get some stuff to go out in the boat. So they both were like, "That's the nicest woman we've ever met." And he says, "I'd like to spend some time with her," and I was like, "Okay, that's the trick she does,"
Well, they were very sweet people.
It was like this. "Come in this house," you hear her say, as the door's flown open wide. "You're as welcome as flowers on a summer's day," as she ushers you inside. Then she pulls the weight of living off your shoulders like a coat, and as words of warmth and comfort flow, you feel your spirits float. You're an emissary from afar, a prince, a king or queen, a ray of hope, a shining star, the best the world has seen. You feel you've made it home again, to that place that knows no stress, and this soothing transformation took a minute, maybe less. 'Cause it doesn't matter who you are or how you make ends meet, she grabs you by your self-esteem and makes you feel complete. Suddenly you're looking down from this pedestal you're on, wondering how you got there. That's the magic of Yvonne.
I'm gonna cry.
That's what I'm gonna do. But
Did I have to do the rest?
well, I got it written down, but it doesn't end properly because I don't have the rest of the words.
I think it's as far as you can.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want me to hold?
Well, stick it right there, and I'll make under my foot, and I'll see if I can get through it.
They're just giving you a break to recover from that first part.
That's right.
Right. I'm sure we're going to take a sharp turn somewhere here.
So it goes like this. Her house is a menagerie, a museum, so to speak. Gifts from friends, odds and ends, all exquisite and unique. That's it. Tarot cards, pottery shards, fishing lures and art, placed there with an artist's eye and chosen by her heart. And stories, she tells them well, with elegance and couth, with inklings of a life well lived and sprinklings of the truth. When the bull bats fly, whoops, in the evening, when the bourbon flows, just as the bull bats fly, she settles in to reminisce and speaks of days gone by. And so the rest of it is going to be the next little chorus that I have to finish right.
That's fabulous.
That is.
Yeah, nice.
One more magic of Yvonne.
That's beautiful, Michael.
That's beyond.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody will recognize me, but
Oh yeah, we all will.
There's people that'll argue with that, but
Yeah.
but the reason I wrote it was because.
sing.
I didn't know you
Will you
had.
sing your song you wrote about Yvonne? I know it's not finished.